Hey guys, this is Chad Joyce with Plum Real Estate. Welcome to my North Dallas Living channel. Today I'm really excited. We are going to be looking at some more affordable new builds in Denton, Texas. We are in the subdivision called Kings Way in North Denton. We're just right off of Loop 288 on the north side of town. And we're going to be looking at two Cambridge Homes properties. Both of these homes are priced under $380,000. Both are ready for immediate move-in and both look absolutely gorgeous. So buckle up, let's go on in and have a look at these things and let's see what we find. Alrighty, here we go. This one is 3113 Royal Throne Court. Again, this is a Cambridge home. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, 2-car garage, and as you saw as we were walking in, it has a little bit of a farmhouse feel to it. Great little exterior appeal. We're walking on in. You have, right when you walk into the right, you have 2 bedrooms with a shared bathroom. It's not a Jack and Jill, it's actually open to the hallway. But you see nice updating. This is looks like this is a tiled wood, faux wood. You know, what we're seeing in a lot of these new construction homes. I like these doors. They have 1, 2, 3, they got 5 panel doors. That's a pretty neat little door. So this home does have what they call their third package. You got a lot of recessed lighting. You can see I just pointed out one. They put in the blinds in here too. You know, decent sized rooms here. One of the neat things that this company does, Cambridge Homes, is they are giving you what they call flex cash. And that can be anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000. And on some of their homes that are already sitting on the market, they are offering to get you down to a 4.5% interest rate. So that's really, really neat, especially in this market. Here's our laundry room. You can see this bedroom over here is kind of set off by itself. It does have recessed lighting. Since the room is, this bedroom's a little lonely, they did give you a little bit more closet space. Automatic lighting when you open the doors, which is kind of neat. But they would have to share the same bathroom over here. Looks like this door. Let's see what we got here. Oh wow, that's a lot of space for a closet area. All their closets, look what they have, the automatic lighting when you open the door. See what we got in the garage here. 2-car garage, nice finished out. You know, as you can see, they have the sheetrock and it's painted. They have trim on it. Tankless hot water heater. There's your water cutoff valve there too. There's your electrical panel. And the home does come with sprinklers and a fully sodded yard. So good space. Looks like up there, attic access, probably where your furnace is. We're not going to crawl up there. Here we go. Come on. All right, walking on out this way. Now this is what I was talking about. Look how nice and open this is, but here's what I was telling you. They have all these recessed lighting. So this is, all the lights are on right now for those of us who like being in the light, but you can change this. So for all of you gremlins who like it being dark, you know, you can make it so that it's not quite as bright. I know there's a lot of y'all out there who like living in the dark. These are their standard cabinets that they put in. Good size. Notice they don't have the hardware. You do have a quartz countertop. You have your refrigerator connections right here. Stainless steel, gas appliances, or at least gas stove or cooktop there. Microwave. The nice big sink. And there's your dishwasher. You can poke your head down there. Here's a nice open living area. Really enjoy this. Again, I like the recessed lighting. Now, they don't have any ceiling fans in here, so that's something to be considerate of, you know, when you do come in. But all the recessed lighting is very nice. Nice, bright, open floor plan. Now, I kind of wish, we're going over here to the primary suite. I wish they had put a light right here. It gets kind of dark. But here's the primary suite. Bedrooms are a little bit smaller in this one because you only have 1,746 square feet, and you are fitting 4 bedrooms in there. But they are well laid out, and they make a good use of their space. Here's your primary bathroom, double vanity. You got your mirror there. Let's see what else we got. Well, yeah, if you've seen some of the videos before, you know a lot of builders are going to where they're not putting in bathtubs. And it looks like you have the space on this floor plan to put in a bathtub and a shower. That's what should have, you know, was probably going to go right here. But it looks like they chose the option of having the bigger shower. And then you can turn this, you know, this space over here into some storage area that they don't put the shelving up for you. There's your toilet and the walk-in closet right here. So, you know, nice, good floor plan. Bedrooms and closets all have carpet in them. But the rest of the floor plan, excuse me, is has all this tile out here, this wood finish tile, which really looks really good. Got good colors in here. You can look back towards the front door. Nice wide open walkways. Let's go outside here, see what we find into the backyard. You know, decent sized backyard. Cedar wood fence, 6 foot high. And you can see the back. This is that farmhouse design, the darker colors. And here's one thing that's kind of neat. You can see right over here, unfortunately it doesn't have it in this floor plan, but right over there, you got the original trees. The developer didn't cut them down and going all the way around. So depending on which lot you pick out here, you can build and already have mature trees. Like look at way down there, that's a huge tree. So that's one of the neat things I like about some of these smaller developers, no, not the DR Hortons and things like that. These guys try to take into account, you know, some of the aesthetics of the land that they're building on. So let's go on over to the next door neighbor's property. It's 3117 Royal Throne. We'll have another example of this, and let's go see what we find over there. Come on in. Now, I haven't walked on through this one yet, so we're going to have to turn on some lights as we walk through. But as you can see, when we first walk on in, very similar to the one next door. You got your front bedrooms. You know, and I didn't point this out. I kind of like these light switches, a little bit wider, kind of neat. But 2 front bedrooms, recessed lighting. You know, very similar layout to the one next door. They call that their Dover floor plan. This is the Jackson floor plan. This is a craftsman style house. And the other one next door is a farmhouse. Here we go. Let's find our light. There we go. So you can tell they have different hardware on here. Same flooring. Similar finish outs. Here's a second bedroom. I'm trying to get some lights on in here. Again, recessed lighting. These guys on this one, they have the what they call their 4th package. You get blinds and the extra LEDs in the living room and the primary bedroom. So you got different little packages. Like I said, you get a little bit of money to play around with, and you can buy down your interest rates. I think on these they got it down to 4.5%. So, motion sensor light. Here's your washer dryer connections. Similar size room. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,978 square feet. So a little bit bigger than the first one we saw, by about 200 square feet. You can already tell there's a little different layout. If you remember in that other bedroom, there's a closet here, but in the other bedroom, the closet was right over here. So we got a little bit of a different layout already. Let's see what we can find in the garage. Let's see if I can find the light switch, because it's pitch black in here. Oh, motion sensor light again. That's cool. So finished out, very similar. Got the garage door opener, tankless hot water heater. There's your electrical panel and sprinkler system, the whole yard sprinklered. And you got sod throughout. You got your attic access right up there. I'm really digging the automatic lighting here. All right, come on in. Let's go to the main living area and the kitchen, see what we find. See if we can find again, all sorts of recessed lighting. So for those of you who like it really light and bright like I do, you can make it very, very bright. And again, for those of you who like to live in the darkness, you can do that as well to varying degrees. Very similar kitchen, just different layout here. As you can see, it's the same cabinetry, same appliances, gas appliances. I really like having these. I wish my stove had this. You can get the the burgers and everything on there. So nice open area. You kind of do with it as you please. Let's see what we got over here. This should be a closet. Yep, not as big as the one in the other house. That was probably a little bit of wasted space, but you at least have one. Here's the primary. This is a little bit bigger than the neighbor's house, next door neighbor. Looks like we have 2 lights. So yeah, that middle light right there, that's on a different switch, so you can easily switch that out for a ceiling fan. A little bit bigger primary bedroom here. Let's see what we can find in the bathroom. I don't know why they have the door shut on us. Get some lights on. Double vanity. There's your mirror. See what they did over here. Same thing. I don't know if I'm a fan of this. I like the bigger shower. I'll be honest. I like the bigger shower. But I don't know if I like look at all this space. That's a lot of space. Now, then again, go to Target or the Container Store and places like that, and you can get something in here for you. And here's the walk-in closet. Again, all the closets and bedrooms are carpeted with the bathrooms, kitchens, living areas, and all of that. They got the ceramic tile. Well, not ceramic, but the hardwood type tile. I don't know what that was for. Seems like a weird place to put a wall. That's got to be a supporting wall right there. That's kind of odd. Again, I really like the open space here. It looks like they put the extra room a little bit into the primary, but a lot of it's into this living space and the difference between the 2 floor plans. Now this one was listed at just under $380. The one next door was just under $370. So kind of gives you an idea of what's going on in terms of pricing and how this is much more affordable than some of the other homes that are out there. Again, nice backyard. No trees in this backyard, unfortunately, just like the one next door. But here's the Craftsman finishes. I really like the farmhouse. I like that exterior. I like it more than the Craftsman, but this is very well done. Hey guys, thank you for walking through these homes and being on the tour with us. Again, this is Cambridge Homes. We're in Kingsway, just off of Loop 288 in North Denton. They've got probably, I want to say 80 more lots that they're going to be building on, and then they're going to be done with this community. So, if you do like these floor plans, you like the affordability, it's really, really close to Denton, and you get a nice brand new home. So let's, come check it out. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Just highlight a couple of things that they're doing right here. They are offering incentives, $15,000 to $25,000. They call it Flex Cash. You can use it for upgrades. You can use it for rate buy downs. You can use it for down payment. You can use it for closing costs. And they are able to get a lot of these interest rates down. Obviously, that's still a concern for a lot of people. We're seeing in the market right now, 6 to 6.5% interest rates. Cambridge is able to get you guys down to 4.99% or 4.5 if it's a spec home and it's sitting on the market. And those are 30-year fixed rates. They are not adjustable. So definitely something to think about and consider. There is an HOA here. It's $750 a year. Unfortunately, there's not much that you get from it. You get some biking and hiking trails, some open areas, ponds, and that's about it. There's no pool or anything like that. But if you like the nature, if you like the mature trees, if you like the location, this is definitely something to have a look at and consider. The properties are very well built. You can see when we walk through them, I like the recessed lighting. I like the open spaces. I like their upgrades that they've got in here. There's a lot of opportunity to kind of just come in and make it your own. So again, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My contact information is below. And until next week, y'all have a good one. We'll see you later.